Hi everyone. We're doing something a little bit different this week, and I think this topic is super important. I get questions like this all the time. I've done so many live streams about the same topic over and over again. I just think it's that important. But for this live stream, the very first time ever, I'm bringing on a special guest. I didn't just pick anyone. I picked this lady in particular because her studio is amazing when it comes to her students practicing and getting them excited to come back to lessons every week. Let's give a warm welcome to Tara.
Hey.
Welcome, Tara. I'm just so excited. This is so crazy to me that I can get someone on the same screen with me. I was just a couple of weeks ago, I was just trying to figure out how on earth I can do this. I'm just so excited I can do this. So welcome. Can you share about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am Tara BOYKIN. I've been playing piano for a long time, since I'm like 4.5 and I'm 32, I think. Where to start? I don't know. I always loved classical. I love music. I started teaching when I was 14. I went to the Conservatory of San Francisco in the preparatory division. And I was like, I didn't know if I wanted to teach my whole life. I was like, oh, I know I want to mix kids and piano. And I love psychology. So I ended up studying music therapy in college. Paid my way through college by like teaching and babysitting. Those are my two things, like my whole life. And then came back here and just started teaching full time. I was like, wait, I actually love teaching. I love being my own boss. I hate being told what to do. So I get to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
However I want. And I just love being creative. So this allowed me to do everything I love. So I teach. I was teaching like 7 days a week. I was like, I can't do that. I can't maintain that. That's like crazy. So I slowly dwindled down. And today, like, I'm at 3 days because of COVID. Usually I was at 4 days, but now I've smushed my 30 plus kids into 3 days. No idea how, but it's working. Yeah. And then I have my music school with like 10 other teachers who also teach with a little bit of my method, but I also ask them to like bring in what they do. So that's a little bit about like my school and the way I teach. And then I have my method, obviously, with all the books I create that I love. This is what I've been waiting for, to be able to create my books and share my method. Like this is the life.
So awesome. And where do you live?
I live near San Francisco, California.
Oh, I remember, weren't you the one that was telling me that you used to live in Arizona?
No.
Oh.
I was confused about you. I thought you were in New York or whatever. There's like a weird address thing.
Oh, I thought there was someone that.
No,
never mind. I was going to say we live in the same state. But
I have friends that live there, but I don't.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, she has an awesome method, and you can see it. She has her books right there behind her, and she has so many great ideas on challenges and incentives to motivate her students to practice, and so do I. So we're just going to be sharing double the amount of information with you today, more valuable information than normal. And before we get started, I just want to share, we got 2 freebies for you guys today. First freebie are the show notes for today's live stream. So after this live stream, I'm just going to go back and make bullet points of everything that we'll be talking about. And I'll just have it on one file. And I'm going to be sharing so many links. Me and Tara will be sharing so many links today. So if you want to get that file for the show notes, go ahead and comment the word motivate, and my messenger bot will send it right to you. And like I said, I'm going to do things a little differently today. I'll be creating the show notes after the live stream so I don't miss anything. So you'll have to wait a little bit, but once I get it, I'm going to send it right to you. So again, you can comment the word motivate, and it'll work perfectly, hopefully. And then I got a second freebie for you. Tara, how about you share us what that freebie is?
So I will share 3 of the monthly practice challenges. So one is this month. It's still, I mean, there's still a couple weeks left, you know, to keep your kids motivated. And a July and an August one. Should I show them what it looks like or later?
A little bit later. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we'll talk about what we can do with these. And then we'll share a little sneak peek. And she was just so kind to share not 1, but 3 months. That's crazy. And she actually has a book on all 12 months, which I'll be sharing more information about that a little later. So if you want to get the files for these, go ahead and comment the word month. So we got motivate for the show notes in the links, and we got the word month for all of these pages. And then let me know. I see a bunch of people are commenting. Woohoo! If you're getting a message from me and that's working all right, let me know. If it's not, then I need to change something right after. So let me know. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So we both have a bunch of ideas for challenges and incentives to keep our students practicing, because we know that having our students practice is one of the most important thing about our lessons. So we want to make sure not only do they, when they practice, but they'll actually enjoy the lessons, every other aspect better. And so I'll share one of my ideas, and then Tara will be sharing one of hers. And so the first idea I want to share is summer practice challenge, just because it's summer right now. So I love this challenge because if you notice, students have the most time during the summer, and I want to take advantage with this. So summer practice challenge, I just took a couple of challenges, and here's, you can ignore the student's name at the top. I have a bunch of different things like completing songs. I just say pieces. I songs, pieces.
Same thing. We won't get into the details for that for the little kids. Like that's.
Yeah. I have to watch out, because if I say the word piece, none of my students are going to get that. So I use the word songs, and then sometimes I'm live here and then I say songs, but they're actually pieces. So yeah, it gets kind of confusing. And we got theory pages or worksheets. If you're using a method, I actually switched my students to Piano Pronto, and there's actually not a lot of theory pages in there. So what I've been doing is having them make their own worksheets, or I have a bunch of resources for free worksheets that they can print off themselves. And then also there's other things like practice for 5 days in a row. And I just give them a certain number of minutes. It just changes, depends on the student, and then a personal goal. So the fun part about this challenge is that we start it right when summer begins. And then whoever can complete the whole entire list first will get a big prize from me. And later on, we'll share more ideas about prizes. And anyone else, they get another prize from me. But the first one to complete it gets the biggest prize. And Tara, how about you share one of your ideas? You got so many.
Well, so can I share the book now? The monthly one? Okay. So I created this book because I first started with the 100 days that I'll maybe talk about in a little bit, which is for bigger kids. I mean, my little kids still do the 100 days, but I have a lot of teachers that were saying like they have a lot of little ones, and 100 days is a long time. So I was like, okay, I'll create like a shorter time frame. So I started like making little themes like based on the month. So for example, for January, you have this little snowman. And what it is, it has the number of days in each month. So January, you have 31. So I have like 31 little bubbles that the kids get to color. And I do it a little differently than the 100 days. So the 100 days, I want them to finish the 100 days, right? So, but you can use this for the monthly one. My thought was like every month they get to start fresh. Like it's a new chance to try and beat your record of how many days I can practice. So let's say they only do half the month. Like they only do 15. I still give them a little prize. It's all about rewarding any effort, because if you punish them, then they like, you don't want that. It's all, you always want to give like positive rewards and all that stuff. So when, let's say they do 15, you give them a little prize. They're like, okay, let's see if you can beat your record. So then you go to February, and it's a little heart with an arrow. No, wait. Yeah, that's right. I could see the other one behind it. So this is the heart with an arrow. And then I did a little pot of gold for March. So each month has like a theme, an egg. You got a butterfly for May. I can never center it in the video. A cool sun. This is one that you guys get as a freebie, the cool sun. The July, the American flag. And then August. This is a watermelon slice, but maybe some might think it's a pizza slice. And then an apple, because we go back to school, teacher related. October's a pumpkin. And then November is a little cute. I could have done like Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm going to do more books because there's obviously more things that I can do, but I chose a little umbrella because I thought it was so cute. And then a little Christmas tree. So that's the 12 months, you know, so each month the kid gets a chance to beat their score, and then they can look back at their year, like, what day did I practice the most? Or and I mean, I'm sure it'll coincide with like what goes on in their life and in school, and if there's like vacations or whatnot. But I just think it's a fun way, especially for younger kids who like don't have the attention span for 100 days to get to the prize, right? That can be a long time for some kids.
And also, it just shortens the goal so that it just seems more attainable. Because there's a 100-day practice challenge with my younger students, and they're like, I can't even do this. If they think in their head they can't do it, then they won't.
They're defeated before even like starting. They're like, I never get there.
So that's really great. I also love the little drawings, and you can encourage them to use a bunch of different colors. You can style.
I literally have a problem with colors, guys. Like literally, I am obsessed with markers. All my students know all my markers. Like, can I have the highlighter pouch? Can I have this one? And I'm like, they know all my markers. It's so funny.
Yeah, I really love that. And for those who are wondering about the 100-day practice challenge, that's really great for older students, like Tara said. And I actually have my own 100-day practice challenge file, which I will share in the show notes if you have some older students that want more days than just 30 days. And that challenge is to practice 100 days in a row. So really crazy, right? But
I don't know how any kid do 100 days in a row. Like, that's crazy if they could do that.
Totally. And actually, I started this in 2018. I have 2 students who are still going strong, and it's been past 400 days, and it's crazy. Yeah. But I love her monthly challenges. It's just, you can just focus on 1 month at a time. And then again, this was one of the freebies I was talking about earlier. You can go ahead and comment the word month. She has June, July, and August for you.
Getting those prep for summer. Come on, get that prep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. I want to share a couple more challenges that I do. So last week's live stream, I talked about reopening your studio. And so this challenge is really great if your lessons are in person. It's even better if you wait on it. I would say like 6 months or a year. But I still want to share it here because it's on the same topic. The sticker face challenge. It's as silly as it sounds. So what I did is I just took all my stickers. I just went through. I got piles and piles of stickers. I just got a wide variety. And I did this a year ago, and whenever the student finishes a song, a theory page, a warm-up, whatever it is, maybe even if the student does not show good behavior or whatever, you can give them a sticker for doing really well during the lesson. and they get a sticker and they get to stick it on their face.
Oh my God.
My favorite are what I call the smelly stickers. So they're scented. I got chocolate, I got watermelon, and they like putting the smelly sticker on their nose. And then what I do is keep track of how many stickers goes on their face. And I just write it down in a notebook. And then at the end of the lesson, I just take a big poster board and have their stickers on the poster board. By the end of the week, it's just covered. Last time I did a poster board a little too small. I kind of underestimated my students. It was like this big. It's a little hard to tell. This big. And I was really running out of room just after 3 days, and I had to like pile them on top. And then hold on, I got
distracted with the comments.
And whoever got the most stickers that week got to keep the poster board forever.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. And then I got photos of all the kids with their sticker faces. I made a blog post about it with all their cute sticker faces. The winner, the girl had, what was it, like 18 stickers or something crazy? It was just covered all over her face. It was just crazy. And it was definitely a lot of fun. Again, the show notes freebie that I'll be sharing, I'll have that link to the blog post for that. You can see all the photos. You can get ideas for your own studio. And one thing I want to mention, my description of this post says if you want Tara's freebie, the monthly pages, it says to comment Tara's freebie. I actually forgot to change that. I updated to the word month. So just ignore that. I'm going to fix it later. And just re-comment the word month, and it should work all right. Okay. And then I also want to share my point system because this works great all year round. So I give out points to my students whenever they finish songs or pieces, and then I give them points for basically anything I can think of. And then
always motivating every chance you get, like mini motivating.
Definitely. And then this is actually an example. I'm going to cover the student's name. This is one of my students' point tracker. He just started a few weeks ago. He's already at 60 points. and then we just take a dry erase marker and then just check off the number of points he's at. And then this is really great. I like to put them in sheet protectors so that we can just erase the marker. And you can see on the back, it goes up.
How many points? Oh my gosh. How do you get to 6,000 points?
Actually, no one has gotten to 6,000 before.
Hey, you got to set a bar somewhere.
I just made it obnoxiously high just in case. Like, I didn't want anyone to get past 6,000 because then I was screwed then. But the great thing about this is that in January 1st, we go back to 0 points. And then so that the students who have been taking lessons the longest, they're not way ahead of everyone else for the students that just started a week ago. It gives them a little bit of a chance. And
so you start this on January 1st, is that what you're saying?
I
every year?
I restart on January 1st.
Okay.
But I have students just start counting points whenever they start taking lessons.
Okay. And how do the points work? Like, what are the points for? How do you give points? Like, what is the point system? I don't even do points.
So I have another file where I just list a bunch of things that students can get points on.
Okay.
But, so just to give a number, so for songs or pieces, I give them 10 to 50 points depending on
how hard it is or something.
Yeah, and they all vary. I give them a range, and I just decide how hard the number of points I give them depends on how much effort they put on, how much time, and if it was a big challenge for them. So the harder the song, the more points they get, even if it took longer.
Only for songs, or is it for like practicing, or is everything? Any good behavior? It's all of that?
Well, I'm glad you asked about the practicing part, because I do the 100-day practice challenge.
Okay.
So they already get something else for that challenge, but they don't get points for practicing itself. I just say the songs you finish are your points. So
because you have to practice to finish the songs.
Yeah. And yeah, it's really great. All of the ideas we're sharing are pretty awesome to get students to practice. And I just want to share that sometimes you'll get students who are just not interested in piano, which sometimes happens. So it may not work for all of your students, but for the students who will enjoy piano and they need a little push, everything we share is perfect for them. Mm-hmm. And it just shows them that playing their songs brings them joy, and just having the point track, the points, and then the challenges is just an added bonus. And I see Natalie's commenting the rewards for the 100-day practice challenge and the point system. We're actually going to talk about that at the next step. We'll share a couple more challenges and incentives, and then we'll talk all about prizes and awards. So glad you asked that. Okay, so Tara has another book for you.
This is the first one I made, just because, like, to make fun designs, 100 days, I had so many more options for bubbles. And the first one I made, which is the first one in this book, I don't know if you guys can tell, treble clef with a heart.
Oh, yeah.
I love, so hearts everywhere just make me happy. So a lot of things I do have hearts. And you'll even see on all the covers of my books, there's like little hearts, like really good. And then I'll just go through it. So then there's another one here. It's a treble clef and a bass clef that form a heart. And it's hard to see, but when you color it, you really can tell. This is for a lot of little boys. Well, I guess the girls like it too. It's fun. A little bubblegum machine. Because I first started by doing like all music related, and I'm like, I need to think outside the box. No, it doesn't have to be music related, and the kids like love it. So this was super popular. So I made the June one in the month, like a small version of that. I did a couple small versions, but this was super cool. The sun. I did another sun. Because at first what I did is I kept the little circles like the same size. I was like, wait, I'm gonna make some big ones. So then the kids get super excited, like to fill in the big bubbles, you know? So it looks like a breathing sun. I love the snowflake one. Super pretty. Let's see what else. Well, there's a music. So I love words. I love like writing. So I did two that say music. So this one says music, and there's a treble clef in there. And here's just another pretty way to write music. I mean, some of the kids like it. I'm shocked that the little ones like that. Little guitar one. Almost there. Let's see. Oh, last one. And a rainbow, because colors. Again, guys, colors. And I'm like working on the second book right now. Like every month on my to-do list, because I live by my to-do list, every month I have to create like a new thing. And so I have to do I did like little whale. I did, oh my God, like the cutest thing. I'm so excited. So, because no kid really wants to do the same thing twice. So we have to stay on our toes and keep creating for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the 100 days. And
so cute. I got a question about that. So is that 100 days period, or is it 100 days in a row?
It's just 100 days period. It's just like there's gaps between. So every week when I see the kid, I actually have them color it in front of me. Because if they color, I'm like, okay, this week, did you do 3 or 4, or how many days did you do? Some like they did every day. I'm like, okay, well then color 6. You know, you don't get to color the day of the lesson. The lesson doesn't count unless you practice extra, like either before or after the lesson. That's when you get 7 days. But because like if I sit there, if I'm not with them, they'll like color more, and I'm like, or like 13 days in a week. Okay, I don't know how that happened. So every week we go through and I can tell, like when they play their pieces for me, if they say they practice 6 days, you can tell. If they say they practice 1, you can tell, right?
I really like that you just watch over them and make sure that they're actually.
I want them to be honest, you know, for themselves too. It's like you want to feel good when you feel like finish the 100 days. If you like did the 100 but you only really did half, like you're not gonna feel good inside. You know, you want them to be proud of those 100 days that they really did.
Yeah, of course. So I really love all these ideas. They're amazing. I just like the coloring ideas because a lot of my students like coloring. I mean, I have my students do drawing contests, so it just kind of reminds me of that idea. And okay, so let me know if there was anything that we wanted to talk about those challenges. But right now, we're going to head on to the next idea, how to celebrate these achievements. Because half of it is trying to earn that achievement. And now we got to make a big party about it. Can you imagine if a student did 100 days in a row, and then you just said, good job. I just said, I
want to do it again. Yeah, cool.
You gotta do a big party to get them really excited so that they'll do it again and again and again. So let's talk about prizes and awards. Tara has brought some of her favorite prizes.
Yeah, should I show my Amazon box? So I go to my students' houses. So I have to carry everything in my car. So I have my Amazon box. Like one day I literally just went online and I ordered everything that I would think like kids would like. They would fit in the box. And then when they opened the box, they're like, I only get one. I'm like, okay, you can have two. Like, you know, it's from this box. But like every time they, like the siblings, they usually are a little bit on the same track as far as practicing days. So they all get their prize on the same day and they're all like in the box. So this is my destroyed Amazon box. Like, literally the kids' eyes light up when, oh my gosh, they just can't get enough. So like, okay, I ordered scrunchies because I guess this was a thing. Okay, I'm sure even the boys want these. Like what? Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding.
Oh my gosh. I have come in with a bunch of scrunchies on the rest. I didn't even think about that. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, little cute emojis. I mean, I miss those things, but they're like the kids love them.
Yes.
Little stamps. The kids love these like the fart sounding things. Come on, guys, it's kids, right? The slime. I feel it was easier for me to get stuff for girls. I don't know about you guys. Like the boys, I'm like, they do like the emojis or whatever. Oh, these little like smushy. I love these things.
What are
they're like little, they're rubbery and smushy little animals. Or I have like animal erasers. These, the Rubik's, the boys love these. The Rubik's Cubes, the mini ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go to Claire's because I love little girls. Like I just love all little, I'm such a girly girl, okay, guys? Like, so I get like these cute little earrings, like clip-ons, you know, nail polish, whatever's on sale. I get, let's see if there's anything else. Like cool, there's these light up rings. I don't know. The kids literally can like take forever. I'm like, okay, after your lesson, you can go choose your prize while I teach your brother or sister because I need to go after. Like they take. So anyway, this is literally gold. Kids cannot wait for the prizes.
And you know, I wish I thought of that. I do bring my prize box, but I have it in the corner. But I have really similar prizes. I got the Rubik's Cubes. I got slime because, I mean, you would think that kids would be over slime by now, but they're still going crazy right
now. I love it. And the silly putties and all those things. I love it.
Yeah. And I mean, I have this one student, and it seems like every single time she gets a prize, she gets the slime. And she's got like 10 different slimes.
Oh, yeah. You need all the slimes in every color, okay?
And the thing is that she gets the slime stuck in her backpack. She brings her backpack with her books. It just gets on the papers and the music, but she keeps getting more slimes. And her dad is starting to get annoyed with her for all this crazy slimes. But it's good for the students that can manage the craziness of the slime.
Whatever motivates them doesn't matter. Like, they can deal with the parents and the slime, but like we know they're practicing because they want the slime.
Yes, and then I got some slab bracelets. I have those same little emoji keychains. I have the exact same ones from Amazon. Those are very popular.
It's like, especially because you can buy it, it's not that expensive, and you get a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to buy like prizes where it's like you only get one or two things. They'll be, oh, I did get these like bigger little smushy like footballs or soccer balls, like little stretch balls. Those, I don't even have them anymore. The kids like love them. Yeah.
And then let's see, what else do I have? I had something else. Oh, candy. This is great. Yeah.
Candy? Oh, I get candy at the end of every single lesson. Like you said, even if they didn't do really well in the lesson or they were on bad behavior, it's like I have to bite my tongue. I'm like, we're going to do really good next week. Here's your candy. Which one do you want?
So, yeah, the kids are absolutely crazy about their candy. I keep running out of candy. That's just one of the most things I need to keep buying over and over again. Yep. And now I know some of you might want to do something else rather than prizes. I got some more ideas about that. You can also share their wins online. So if you have your Facebook page or your website, I'm sure a lot of you do, then this is the perfect chance to share whatever achievement your student has made. And so one of my favorite things to do are to have my students take photos with signs. So let me share an example. I got 300-day practice challenge. There are students that practice 300 days in a row, but not that many, just a few. Let's have them hold up their sign. They can make a funny face, and I take their photo. As long as it's okay with the parents, I can post it on my Facebook page. I can post it on my website, and we just make it a big thing that they need
to celebrate it,
because it is really big. And I got these signs. This is not the only one. I have 50 days in a row, 100 days in a row, 200, 300. Like I said earlier, I had students that go past 400. But to be honest, I wasn't expecting that, so I didn't create it, and I still haven't created it. I need to create a 400 and a 500.
Like a 300 plus a 100, and then have their head like in the middle. Like I did all of these.
And then I have the signs for completing the summer practice challenge. You can do signs for getting a number of points. You can do signs for finishing books, for birthdays. I have a special birthday crown.
I always see your birthday posts. Yeah, I always see little scarves and stuff. You're so cute.
Yeah, I know the birthday thing's not practice related, but if they like taking their photos with the birthday sign, then they'll definitely love taking photos with the other things that are practice related. And then let's see. Those are probably my most popular ones. Oh, I forgot. I also have one for first lesson, 1 year of lessons, 2 years, 3 years, etc. And then, I just share them everywhere. And then sometimes you can, if the parents are following your Facebook page, you can tag them in the comments, or you can share it to the parent by text, the link, and then they will probably most likely share it with their child.
Great for you in your studio and exposing yourself. Yeah.
Get them really excited.
And pictures, you know what, are so good. Kids love seeing themselves. Like, I'm sure when you take a picture of them, can I see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and then one more thing I want to share, that this is, besides prizes, sharing photos online, I also I'm going to have to turn the camera for this. I got certificate, and right now it's empty, but imagine certificate. Oh, ignore my phone. Right now, normally I have a bunch of certificates, but right now I don't have students coming in my home. But I just get these pretty colored certificates. Usually I like to have them the same color as their books, or different colors for 100 days, 200 days. And then I write their name in, what date they completed it, and pin it up. And then you can also have them take a photo with that certificate as well. And then, like I said earlier, if you want, I'll also share a link to that blog post in the show notes. For that, just comment the word motivate in case anyone is tuning in now didn't hear that earlier. And then Tara was sharing her monthly practice sheets. I don't know exactly how to word it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then she's got her book, all 12 days, but she's sharing 3 pages, June, July, and August for free. And so to get that, just comment the word month. So lots of fun, exciting things. And let's see, one more thing. I was actually talking to Tara about this before we went live. We're talking about trophies because we want to bring out the big guns when you need them.
So they do trophies too.
Huh?
Someone says, oh, they do medals. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, those are cute as well.
Yeah.
If you don't have the budget for trophies, or if you're coming in your own pocket, medals are also really great. And I get my trophies from Crown Awards, and they're really great because you can customize the words at the bottom, and they don't charge extra unless if you have a bunch of characters in your text. And then you can customize the color of the trophy, and then they have a little, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
They got a little, yeah. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. And
the statue or whatever, the thing.
yeah, the thing. You can customize all of that. And I do these trophies for the students who've earned the most points by the end of the year. And I also give out trophies for students who've done 100 days in a row. And then I will be doing trophies for students who practice all 365 days in the whole year. Very insane. I'm going to give them a big trophy because they definitely earned that. And if you guys are wondering, I don't count sickness days when they're sick. I don't count that because I don't want them throwing up on the keyboard when they're not feeling well. And if they're on vacation, I still challenge them to keep going, but I give them other ways.
If they have no piano, do you have any kind of practicing, like whether theory or not?
Yeah, exactly. I give them resources for worksheets and theory pages.
Perfect.
And they usually it's just a small number of minutes as a minimum. Like for my beginner students, like 10 or 15. It's just really easy to fill out in that time. And then I give them apps, music apps, where it tests their note reading skills. Note Rush is a really great example. And
I'm like making a book that's Note Match and Note Rush combined. That's how much I love Note Rush. Like, I love it.
And like I said, it's only 10 or 15 minutes. And I'm sure you have 10 or 15 minutes in the 24 hours of that day, even if you're.
They don't have time to watch TV. They have time to do that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I said, I give them trophies for all of this, and I don't go overboard with the trophies because it's actually coming out of my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually take over leftover money from recital fees, and they go into the trophies. And but I try to give out maybe like 4 trophies total for all of my 50 students. Some smaller trophies that are like this tall, and then some really big trophies. Really earned it. And rather than giving out trophies for every kid, because I feel like that way they just get a trophy no matter what. I really want
to put the work in.
Yeah, exactly. Give it to the students who
really deserve it. Mm-hmm.
Totally. Okay. Yep. I think that was everything we wanted to talk about. Was there anything else you wanted to share?
There's one thing, like, half the battle is getting the students to the piano, right? And so I do this thing called playlist. And I even do it for myself. Like, I write all my classical songs that I love to play. And what I do is at the beginning of each lesson, I have kids run through their playlist, which is all the songs that they've learned, that they've like mastered and we've filmed. And I actually put all of those on YouTube, and they all have their own little playlist. So like I have kids that have been with me for 10 years. I have videos of them tiny, and now they're like 18 and graduating. But it's like, they know that they know all those songs, so they feel like, oh my gosh, I can go and practice piano. This is so easy. And they go there and they play their songs. And then once they're there, it's like, oh, that was half the battle. And then they actually put in the real work. Like, oh, what am I supposed to practice this week? Like, what new piece am I learning? So I think that, finding ways to even get them at the piano is key. So I love that whole playlist thing. And also, like, at the beginning of each lesson, when I have them run through these songs, they're starting off by feeling super good about themselves because they know they're playing something that they know. They feel good, and then they're ready to do the work also. So that's just a little thing I wanted to put out there.
Oh, awesome. And then while you were talking, I also came up with a few more ideas to share with you. There was, if you haven't seen them, there's backing tracks for a lot of method books. And I actually recently started doing this. And I'm so glad.
I saw you do that for duets and stuff for kids, especially because we're not all together right now.
Yeah, and definitely, they're really great with online lessons. Really great with lessons in person if you're social distancing. And if you guys haven't seen my studio photos, I'm doing my lessons in the garage. It's kind of crazy. And I gave them my good keyboard. I got this small cheap keyboard. I can't really do much with it. So the backing tracks are amazing for being able to do duets. In my opinion, they're kind of better than duets because there's multiple instruments that they're playing along with. And and it also helps them keep a steady beat. And it just feels like they're playing with an ensemble. It would make it more exciting for them to play their songs. And it is much harder to play with the backing track than by themselves. So that gives them a little motivation to put in a little more work so they can play with the back.
Where do you record them? Or how do you record them? Where do you record them? How do you record them? Is it on a keyboard or on your real piano? Like, what do you use?
Wait, say that one more time. It's a little fuzzy.
What do you use to record your backing tracks?
Okay, good question. So I use my Yamaha keyboard. I can just layer the files, and then I also add in, someone was asking me about this, but I add in the clicks, so it goes ding, dick, 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 so the student knows when to jump in. And then I transfer the files onto my laptop. I have them available in my store, and I'll also share links for that. And then there's also backing tracks for a lot of the method books. But yeah, backing tracks are just amazing.
Yeah. Every kid wants to feel like they sound cool too. And it's like more sound. It's not just them alone, like they love doing it when they're in person, but if you can't, this is amazing.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Oh, and then I see Janet was commenting, where can she buy Tara's books? It's Tara, right?
Tara, yeah.
In my head, I've been saying Tara the whole entire time. And it's kind of like infused in my brain right now.
Just think Target, because I love Target, Tara.
And so I got all the links for you because I knew people would be asking. So if you want links to the books, just go ahead and comment the word motivate. And I'll have the show notes and links to everything we've talked about in that file. I'll get it ready for everyone and send it out later today. So that should all be working great.
Yeah, but are your books available on Amazon too or no?
No, I'm still working on that.
You should. Oh my gosh, it's not so easy. Once you get it, it is. But yeah. So I have them on Amazon, but also on my website. But it's really annoying because Facebook and Instagram do not like my website and don't allow me to post, which is super frustrating. So I always have to create a Pinterest indirect link. But yeah, so.
But the good news is that I sent all the links out through Messenger, So that probably shouldn't work. I actually tested out myself. All the links are working great. I just linked it directly to Amazon. So that should work out fine. If not, I can resend them through Pinterest. Anyone has a problem with the links, you can just let me know. I'll get back to you on that. And I think that was everything I wanted to share. Was there anything else?
I think that covered what we were going to talk about. Yeah.
Yay! So I'm so excited to all have you guys here with me. And next week I'll be live again on Thursday, every Thursday. And I will actually be live with Tara
on Tuesday.
A Tuesday?
Yeah, I think Tuesday, 10 a.m. But I think we were not sure where we wanted, but we were talking about possibly going on Instagram.
I think we were talking about Wednesday, right?
Oh, wait, you might be right.
Yeah.
I need to look at my calendar. I don't have it in my head.
We'll be. The point is, we'll be on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be talking about ways to motivate your students during the summertime specifically. So I'll see you. I hope I'll see you guys again there soon. Bye, everyone.